Welcome back to Happily Booked, the bookcast where two kindred spirits believe that the pursuit of happiness is the same thing as reading a good book and being able to talk about it. Your hostesses, Brooke and
Beck.
Woo! And yeah, here we are. I feel like that's how I started every week. And yeah.
Yeah, I think it is.
And yeah. That's funny. Okay. I've never had an audience.
Yeah, the girls are sitting in today till they get bored.
Yeah. Hopefully we don't bore them. All right. So, how was your weekend?
It was good.
That's great.
I learned how to split firewood. I cut my first things of wood yesterday. It was fun.
Amazing.
My brother and I worked really well together. I thought it was nice.
Did you just set it up on a stump with an axe, or did you use a wood cutter?
We have an electric. I don't think I could swing an axe.
I don't think I could actually split the wood with an axe. I'm a bit jelly armed.
Yeah, I'm not strong enough.
That's funny.
But yeah, they have an electric one, or
cool.
Is it called electric? It's gas operated. So
okay. I'd say gas operated then,
yeah.
I think.
So but yeah, it was nice. Just put the little handle down and it splits the wood, and you put the handle back up and the wood falls off to the side. Sorry. Let me hit the microphone. I mean, some pieces were harder than others, but it was a lot of fun.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it was nice doing that with my brother. And it was kind of funny because when we were kids and we had to help Dad with the wood, Mom always ran the splitter, and Dad would be sawing up the wood, and we would all roll over the wood to her, and she'd split it. And I can see why she had so much fun doing it. Our jobs weren't fun. I did not appreciate having to help with the wood splitting when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But actually splitting the wood is kind of fun.
Yeah. It's interesting as you get older, the things you realize that you enjoy, you know?
And thinking back as a kid.
Yeah. That's funny. That's pretty cool.
What'd you do this weekend?
I have no idea. Let's see. What did I do after work on Saturday? Not a thing.
Hey, that's nice.
Oh, I edited. No, I came home and I edited, and I finished it, from start to finish after work, so that was pretty good.
Yeah, that's good.
It's always nice. And then I read, and that was fun. It's always fun. It's like that's the point of the podcast.
Right.
What else did I do? And then yesterday was Sunday. What did I do Sunday? I read.
And that's it.
I think so. I started knitting again. I need to, oh man. Okay. Yeah. So that leads me into my boring weekend leads me into a haul.
Oh, a haul?
Sort of.
Nice.
So I have a haul, kind of. It's not a book haul, but it's a yarn haul.
Yarn. Yay.
For all those people who are so excited to hear us talk about yarn. I know you're there. So I finally took the time yesterday to assign my blanket temperature colors and everything. So I went through and I was like, this took me a little while. This was harder to do than I anticipated. And I think it's just because I didn't know how I wanted to do it. I didn't know what I wanted to decide.
You're so put together.
Barely. Barely with duct tape. So it was either I could have 13 colors or 7 colors. Because I was thinking of doing 32 degrees to 40 being its own section, and then 40 to 50, 50 to 60 in increments of 10. But I was like, that's only 7 colors based off of all this. And then I just didn't think that would look as nice, really. And I was like, well, and I think our temperature, it fluctuates a little bit more than that. And otherwise it's just going to be weeks after weeks of a temperature within the 40 to 50 range.
Right.
And it'd be kind of boring. And I don't want to really be bored while I do this tedious task that I've set upon myself. So I decided to do 13 colors. Technically 15 if you count under 32 and over 100.
Yeah.
I have those just set as under 32 is going to be white, and then over 100 is going to be black, because at that point we've all burnt to a crisp and died. So, so I have a lot of colors, basically, is my point. And I'm really excited about it. And I went ahead and ordered 6 of them yesterday.
Okay.
But they emailed me. I saw I had an email this morning. It was like, oh, we're so sorry. We don't have one of the things, one of the yarns. And I was like, well, it said it was available online last night, so I don't know why you don't have it now. But, okay. So I think I'm going to have to pick a different color.
That's the bummer.
Or
What
maybe
color
just
did
try
they
to
not have?
I think I think it was, I was, sorry. I was confused at first. I couldn't tell if they didn't have the color fig, lilac, or lavender blue because it was kind of hard to explain on the email. Like, they didn't have the color name. They just had tiny square, like, swatches and then the order number. And I was like, okay, that doesn't really help me.
Right.
They're all sort of similar, and then that's really tiny to look at.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure it was lavender blue that they don't have.
That's crummy. I forgot you were doing lavender color. I mean, pastel colors.
So some of them aren't going to be pastel because, oh God, I was so indecisive. I wanted to like go from a certain color that I feel like would have been okay to associate with cold, gradually into like blue because I wanted blue on there because I like blue, and then like several colors of blue, and then I thought, well, as it gets hotter, it can't just stay blue. Right. But I didn't want red, and I thought yellow would be too bright because I'm trying to do like calmer colors. So I was like, okay, green. I'll go from like pinkish purple to blue to green, and then if it gets just like, what was it? It was, I have 95 to 100, 95 degrees to 100 degrees as espresso. It's a dark brown.
I like that name.
So after that, it's like, or before that, it's green, and then if it gets hotter than that, it'll just be espresso brown, because in my mind, I'm like, well, the grass is dead now.
Right.
And then above 100, we're all dead. So that's my silly logic with it. So I'm going from like lilac to blue to green to brown.
Wow.
But it's just one color brown, and I don't know how often I'm going to use it.
Well, and it's going to go back once fall hits.
And I was thinking
so brown's just going to be like in the middle.
Yeah, exactly. So I thought it'll turn out nice. And then I was like, well, I've already ordered the first 5 for the temperatures.
Right.
Maybe I should actually see what the temperatures have been this month so far. So I did this month, and it fluctuated a pretty good amount. But then I was like, well, that's just this month. I should see what it was in January, because that's when I'm going to start. And there's like 2 colors already on here that were the temperatures for last year or this past January that I didn't order. And so now I'm like, oh, I got to order more.
Right.
Whatever.
I'm ordering all mine at the same time, and I'm going to order them in just a couple weeks probably.
Yeah.
Because I want them here by January 1st, but I want to have all of them.
Yeah.
So I only have 8 colors.
Nice.
And there's a lot of blue because, like you, blue's my favorite color.
Yeah.
So it's sky blue, mint, navy blue, cobalt blue. And then I have primrose, which is a yellow, Christmas red, Bordeaux, which is like a purpley color, but it's really dark. And that's for like the hundreds. Actually, I think I have that one for the 90s. And then the last one is dark red. So I might need to switch those last 2.
How are you dividing it up, like temperature-wise, since you have 8 colors?
30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100.
Okay.
So anything below 30 is just going to get included in the first color. Okay. And anything over 100 is going to get included in the last color. Yeah. And I was sort of wondering if I should have done that too. Like, I didn't know how I wanted to do that exactly. Like, we know it's going to get below 32. Right. And it'll probably get above 100. But that's
normally,
so rare.
Yeah, but normally the below 32 is just like in the morning time.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm just doing
like
the high.
You and get a white for like when it's below 30.
Yeah. And I didn't want to buy white or black because I was like, I think I have white or black that I can just use. Right. So I didn't buy those. And I didn't buy all of white, them. But this particular yarn is different from the white that I have. So I might want to get like white the texture. That's this actual. Yeah. Yeah. Also, I made a decision on how I'm doing my temperature blanket, like the design. That's exciting. I'm excited. So I was, the whole year that we've been talking about it, or the whole year. All these years. The past few months since we've been talking about it, I've been thinking like, because one row was supposed to be one day, right? Right. So I'm like, or however you want to do it. I'm like, I don't know how long a row should be for a blanket. So I made this decision. It's going to basically be one big square. And so the very first day of January is going to be the very middle of the square. Oh, so you're starting from the middle and going out. Yes. That's so cool. Yes. Yay. So we'll see how that goes. And I'm going to have like the first couple of rows around are going to be so small that they're going to be day 1, day 2, blah, blah, blah. When it starts getting bigger, then one row of one of the squares will be one color. And then so on and so on. Yeah, like one side of it? Yeah, one side of the square will be one color. So I'm excited to see how this is going to turn out. Good luck. So Good luck. Yeah, the way I figured out how wide I wanted it And that's how long the rows are, was the width of the blanket. For knitting, you just cast on the amount of stitches, and however many stitches you have is the width of your project.
Okay.
So I just kept going until I was like, this seems like a blanket. And then I got a blanket and was comparing it.
Right.
And I was like, okay, so I'm going to do like 30 more, whatever. It's going to be a big blanket by the end of the year.
That's going to be fun.
By this time next year, it should be pretty big.
You sent me a video, I think, of a girl who was doing a temperature blanket.
And it was crocheted granny squares?
Yes.
And
that's actually where watching her videos what made me start thinking about squares versus doing like just rows, a particular pattern with rows. And she had multiple squares. So what I think she did, if I understood her video correctly, she had January was a square, February was a square.
I think so, yeah.
So, but then I was like, well, all your squares are going to be different lengths because some months have 31 days.
Right.
And then February is the oddball.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't want to do that because she probably did something to make them the same size.
Yeah.
But I'm like, that's maybe more thought and effort than I really want to. Bless you. I am not put together. I'm like a procrastinator, fly by the seat of my pants kind of a person. And I don't know if that's a Gemini quality or if that's a me quality. But
I think it's a you quality.
That's just who I am. And so I'm like, anything that's like not as difficult, the path of least resistance, that's what I'm going to do. So I was thinking squares, that looks cute. I really like that. I like that they were big squares.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I was like, I've seen where you can do a whole blanket just one square.
Right.
And so I thought, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
So whoever did that video, she's the one who really put it in my head that that's what I wanted to do.
I'm so glad then. I'm so glad I could send that to you. And she could help you with that.
Yeah.
Because I always see these cute crochet videos and I'm like, oh, that's so nice. But I have no idea what it is. I'm like, well, maybe this. And I saw it was a temperature blanket. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Okay, let me make sure Becky sees this.
Right, and I'm glad you sent it to me.
She might like that.
Yeah.
So that's my quote unquote haul. They're not here yet. I also did order yarn for a guy at work is buying a sweater from me.
Okay.
So I ordered his yarn, and once that gets here, I'm gonna like immediately do that.
Ooh, that's awesome.
I'm excited. I hope it turns out okay. I think it will.
Based on your first sweater, it will. I'm worried about your sweater, but I mean, it's not tragic, but it could look better, if a professional. I'm still a novice.
You're getting there.
I'm still a beginner.
I'm still getting there. I pride myself in being able to follow directions pretty well.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how to read patterns.
Yeah.
And I just looked at a sweater. You sent me a picture of what you liked.
Right.
And I said, I can do that. It's a lot harder than I thought
it
was going to be.
It's all a lot harder.
But I have your sleeve stitched on, the first row of sleeves.
Yeah.
And I'm doing the seam up. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to finish. I know I keep saying I'm going to finish it this week, but I really think I'm going to finish it this week because I really got to do my Christmas presents too. So I think I'm going to finish it this week. And Ella's been my, not guinea pig. What are those things called? Mannequin. She's been my mannequin.
She can be a guinea pig mannequin.
So
we're not prejudiced against guinea pigs.
So she said that the one side felt a little tight in the armpit. So I'm sorry in advance if it feels tight in your armpit.
It'll be fine.
But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun doing it. And I think I'm learning from it so that the next time I make a sweater, I think I'll be able to do a better job at making a sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You learn from what you get to do. Experience is key.
Yeah.
For sure, because I don't know. It is. It really is.
Your first sweater was really pretty.
And, I kept getting compliments on it on the train.
Really?
And also, like, one lady was like, oh, I really like your sweater. And then I didn't say anything. I was just like, thanks. And Austin went, she made it. And I was like, oh.
Did all the old people, were they impressed that a young person made their own sweater?
Oh, we're going to get commissions for you, huh? Making me blush and all that.
That's awesome.
I was like, stop. I have no idea who you people are, how you're going to be able to get it, because I don't know.
You should have been plugging the podcast.
I know. I'm so bad, Becky.
No, you're not.
I'm so bad.
Every time.
It's not like I tell people to not listen, but I don't go out of my way to tell people to listen.
I don't know. I get people coming up to me going, your coworker over there said y'all have a podcast. I'm like, did she?
What? Really? That's funny.
I mean, it's been a minute, but yeah,
funny.
Like that one lady who came up and she was like, her name was Jenny.
I guess
it doesn't matter that I say her name because nobody knows who that is.
No, yeah.
But she was like, my name is Jenny.
And for some reason I put Nicole or whatever. Yeah, anyway.
I don't think you put a name.
I don't know what I did. But it
Maybe you did
wasn't
put
right.
Nicole.
I remember it
Maybe
wasn't
you
right.
did put Nicole.
She was
but-
so nice. Anyway.
Yeah, her name's Jenny. Next time
she's
she comes
friendly.
through.
She's very friendly. I hope she listens. That's so cool. Well, yeah. So that leads me into asking about your Christmas presents. How far? I was so funny the other day at work when I was just out of the blue. You came up. We're doing something, and I said, "So Becky, you know Christmas is next month. How far have you got?" And you were like, "Shut up." You were like, "You shut your mouth." And just walked away.
I forgot to I need some more glue sticks so I can put on the sequins. So I've got to go back to the store and get some more glue sticks. But they're coming along. They're definitely, I know they're going to be done by Christmas.
That's good.
That is a big problem that I've had since I was a child. I am a procrastinator.
I procrastinate a lot.
But all my best work gets done
In a rush.
in the last minute.
Yeah.
When I took piano for 10 years. And when I had to memorize for recitals, I never had it memorized until like the week before or maybe even a couple days before recital. And she gives it to you like a month in advance.
Well, yeah.
You have a whole month to learn this one song and one piece.
Stress.
And I'm like, I mean, I played it every day, but
Yeah.
I didn't put any effort into memorizing it until last minute. And it always sounded great.
Yeah.
That's just me. I'm a last minute kind of a person.
Yeah. And I am too, but I don't try to be. Like, I don't want to be. I know that about myself, and I try to avoid.
You have lists and stuff written out. I mean,
I love lists.
You're a planner.
I try. I really try. I like planning, and I like being prepared, but sometimes it just doesn't happen until the last minute. And I'm like, and then I get stressed. It's a whole thing.
I feel like that's why I didn't get some jobs that I applied for, because they're like, are you a self-starter? Are you organized? I mean, I can self-start, which is
I can be organized.
It's more obvious that I'm a self-starter now that I have my homestead and I'm actually trying to do something.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm still disorganized. Like I lost my dang EIN and I don't know how to find it. But when I go get my taxes done, I'm going to get their help.
Yeah. There's always somebody to help.
If I ever start making money, I'm going to need people.
Yeah.
And they're going to have to keep track of stuff for me.
Like a nice accountant.
Yeah. A business manager.
Someone you can trust.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there's like not, every time I thought about it, I was like, there's so many things I want to knit for people for Christmas, but really it's only, I think, 3 blankets and 3 sweaters, which now that I'm saying it does sort of sound like a lot, but mainly the blankets, but it's really not that much. But I haven't done any of it, and I've got to get it done.
You have a whole month to do 6 projects?
Yeah. So now I'm like, okay, time to hunker down. Time to get it done.
We better not talk too much today, then.
I'm going to try to just listen to audiobooks and knit.
Okay, yeah, knit while you're listening.
I've already had a relapse where I wanted to pick up a physical book last night because I spoiler, I finished something. But I wanted to pick up a physical book. But I was like, no, you have to knit. You have to knit. Like a grandmother, you have to do it. So I have a good chunk of audiobooks that I'm going to try to get through. One of them is The Method by James Patterson, because you talked about it so well. And I didn't even realize it was only under 4 hours of audio. So like, I'm going to get it done real quick.
Yeah.
And I have a list of a lot more. I'm not really going to go through all of them. Mm-hmm. But one of them is by Ian Reid.
Okay.
Because I feel confused about the guy. Really, I feel very confused about his books and his writing. And like, I like it, but then I don't like it. But it's intriguing. And I don't know. He has this really good way of making you want to still listen. I don't know. It's weird and creepy and ominous, but what's happening? And then you get to the end and so far. And I'm like, okay, where was this going in the first place? Yeah. So I've got a good chunk of audiobooks for a haul, but I'm not going to go through them. I'm just going to let that be a mystery until
next week when you've got them all listened to.
When I've listened to all 80 of them. And then the yarn's on the way, so that's exciting. But I don't have any actual physical books or anything like that to haul. But, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. So, did you finish anything?
No.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah. And she still hasn't found my
I was
book.
about to ask.
No, I don't know where it is, and I'm really upset about it.
Do you want to borrow mine?
But if I lose it,
don't lose it. But you can borrow mine.
I think I would like to borrow it. And
Yeah.
hopefully. So the problem is,
I mean, if you lose it, I won't get mad. But
no, I won't lose it.
there's a whole nother box set I want to buy, so it'll give me an excuse.
That's so funny. I saw a box set and I was like, oh, that's cute.
Yeah. There's a certain one that I really like. I can't even think of how to describe it to you.
So if I lose it, then Austin might have to buy you one.
Yeah. Might have to. I can't justify it, like I've wanted this one box set for like over a year now, but I'm like,
is it expensive?
It's a little expensive, but I have all the books,
Right.
And I don't know. I can't justify it, but like it's so pretty and I want it. I don't know. It's just another box set of all the paperbacks.
Right. But I have been reading in Run, Rose, Run.
That's good.
I haven't read as much as I'd wanted to because I keep leaving it in the car. I keep forgetting to bring it in with me. But I'm in chapter 20, which isn't bad considering it's 90 chapters.
No,
96.
yeah.
So
that's a good chunk.
Yeah. And it's still, I mean, it's interesting, but I'm still like waiting for where it starts to get like back to where you start. Like, how did she get in the position she was in?
How is this part of the storyline about to tie into that?
Yeah. So I'm still waiting for that. I'm actually kind of worried for the lead character. Because I don't know if this spoils anything to say this. She's in Nashville trying to make it as a country music artist. Yeah. That's pretty obvious from page 1. Yeah. I'm in Atlanta in my head trying to make it in Nashville as a music artist. But she is homeless in Nashville.
Oh, no.
And she doesn't talk about her family. I think something tragic happened there. I don't know if her parents are dead.
Right.
I don't know if it says that. It may say that and I forgot. Or if she just doesn't have a good relationship with them. But somebody asks her about her family and she's like, I'm not talking about it.
Yikes.
And so, like, I don't know exactly what happened. But, like, she's homeless and someone takes her in. But then after she wakes up the next day, she's gone. And so, like, she's choosing to be homeless now. So.
Right. Was it an okay situation? The person who took her in, did they seem genuine?
So there's a couple main characters. She's one, and one is like a retired music artist.
Okay.
And the retired music artist is the one who takes her in.
Well, that seems like it'd be perfect.
Yeah, and she's like in this mansion, and
he can help get her to where she wants to be.
Well, it's another female. It's not even.
I don't know why I assumed it was a man. I'm sorry.
I mean, no, it's okay because one of the characters is male, and he's an artist working with the retired artist. Like, I don't know if she's working as his agent or she has a recording studio in her home. So he comes and does recordings in her home or something. He's the one who discovers the homeless girl. Oh. And he keeps telling the artist, you need to come hear her. You need to come hear her. And she's like, I'm retired. I don't care.
Yeah.
And
hashtag not my problem.
Yeah. And so she goes and listens to her and she thinks she's okay. But she's like, well, actually, she thinks she's really good. But she tells the girl, music's not what it used to be when I was coming up. She doesn't say this to the girl, but she does say, I wouldn't want to be trying to get into it now because it's just more than what it was when she came along.
Right.
So she tells the girl to get out of Nashville, go home. I think that's why she runs away again, like leaves the artist home. But like you left a place. She let you shower. She hadn't showered in who knows how long. Ooh. And she gave her clothes. And also the retired music artist has like some baggage between her and her daughter. Like, I'm interested to see if they.
Okay, so she sort of,
the clothes that she gives the girl were her daughter's clothes. So like, is her daughter dead? Do they have a bad relationship and she ran away from home? Like, what's the deal between them? Like, I'm waiting to see if that's further talked about and what's the word I'm looking for? Explained, but like when you build on a character or build on a storyline. I don't know. I'm waiting to see if they go into more detail on that.
Right. Expand.
Yeah, that might be the word I'm looking for.
I can't think of anything.
I don't know. But where they go into that a little bit more, and also to see like still this girl starts off in a hotel room. Like, how does she get to that point?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's interesting. I'm just like, if I wouldn't stop forgetting it, I'd be farther along, and I might know more answers to these questions.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, but I haven't finished anything, and that's the only thing I'm still reading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of drama.
There is a lot of drama, but sometimes real life is drama.
Yeah, sure is. Sounds like a lot of juicy drama.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I assumed the country music artist that took her in was a man. I think I was like, in my mind, I was going to A Star Is Born, and Bradley Cooper's character sort of gets Lady Gaga where she is. And I think that's where...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that's funny because our own life experiences dictate what we see in our head.
Yeah.
If you tell a story and you don't give an ethnicity to the person or people you're talking about, people automatically envision what ethnicity they are.
Yeah, and assign it to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just your experiences make you imagine. So that movie probably is why you thought that.
Yeah.
And it's okay to think that. I didn't say a gender, so.
I probably, yeah. That's a great movie. Have you seen that movie?
I have not.
Oh my gosh. I won't watch it again, but it's a great movie. It's so sad.
Is that why you won't watch it again?
Sad. Yes,
it's sad?
I can't watch it again. It is so sad. Anyway.
Books. Okay. Did you finish anything?
Thank you for asking.
My pleasure.
Yeah, I did. I finished stuff. I finished 2 books, and I watched 2 movies that I'd like to talk about.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm going to start with the books.
Okay.
I finished my audiobook I was listening to, which was Leave the World Behind by Rumaan Alam, and it was very good. What did I rate it? What did I rate it, Becky?
I don't know.
What did I rate it? I wish I could pull my phone up. It was good. It would have gotten 5 stars. I rated it 4 stars, actually. I remember now. But it would have gotten 5 stars for me. Like, it was really genuinely good. I thought the story was really intriguing. I thought everything was like, it just captivated me. And I wanted to know what was happening. This is the one where the family stays in the Airbnb in like upstate New York.
Oh, yeah.
And suddenly somebody shows up, a couple shows up, and they're like saying they own the house, something's happened in the city, we need to stay here. And they like, do you believe them? Do you not believe them? I'm not gonna say whether or not they're the owners of the house.
I was gonna say you can't spoil that.
I'm not gonna spoil that. But it was a really good book.
Did anyone die?
Not in the immediate group you're with.
Okay.
But I'm sure some people died. But anyway, yeah, I would have given it 5 stars, except I'd stuck with 4 because it was so fine and normal until there would be just these random, like, I can't even explain it. I tried to jot it down in words so that I could tell you. Why can't I get into my phone? Because it became, at random points, it would just be, like, way too, like sexually intimate with these people.
Oh.
Like, it would just be, like, you just learn so much about this one person that you don't need to know. And then it would go back into the normal story, and it'd be totally fine. And you're like, why did I need to know about this? Like, that was weird. It was just weird. But then it would be fine. And it's your typical, something's happening, the world might be coming to an end, we don't know what's going on kind of story. So these people, throughout their differences, try to survive together. But it was pretty good.
So I'm guessing it was not a zombie apocalypse, or you would have said that.
Correct. Yeah, see, I put, like, there's just randomly they just become randomly too intimate with the characters. Like, the writer, the author, and you become too intimate with a person. Like, they don't become intimate with each other. It's just...
Thank goodness.
You find out these weird moments that you feel like you shouldn't have been in the room for. You know what I mean? It's just... It was really unnecessary.
You're like, let me just exit out of here real quick.
I do wish the ending was a bit more explained. You sort of end like, oh, that was it? Like, I thought I was about to actually find out something, and I don't. And you don't know what happens. You don't know if any progress is made anywhere else in the world, if anything...
It's just a cliffhanger?
Yeah, like, what happens? Like, you're just reading, and then boom, you're done. And it's just, I don't
weird.
know. I know that sounds like, well, obvious, Brooke. That's what happens. You read and then you're done. But, like, you know what I mean. I don't even know if I'd call it a cliffhanger. You just are left suspending. I don't know. But it was good.
Like the end of that Alien book.
Yeah, like, no, that was good. I couldn't stand how she was just, how it was a cliffhanger for her, for sure. Like, I did not like the ending on that one. But no, I was okay with the ending and Leave the World Behind. I just thought it could have been more explained. But that was good. I also finished my physical book, Severance, by Ling Ma. So I really enjoyed this one. It definitely, why I picked it up was I was told it was extremely similar. It gave similar feelings that you would get when you read Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel, which, as we all know, I'm obsessed with, apparently.
Yes.
So that's why I originally wanted to read it. So I picked it up and finally read it, and I thought, wow, this is really good. That was a great pitch. Like, it does give you the same feelings as Station 11. It's very quotable. I thought it was very quotable. I really like when I have to stop reading to jot down quotes from a book. I really enjoy that. I enjoy when it takes up all the space in my app and I have to actually go to my notes in my phone to keep putting quotes down.
Right.
I feel like that says a lot. It was really good. The story, you're just with this one girl the whole time. You're with a lady named Candace Chin, and she's alone a lot of the time in the book. Like, this whole epidemic breaks out. It's not a pandemic. I should say that. That is the difference between this and Station 11. Station 11 is about a virus, so it's a pandemic. This was actually about an epidemic that's caused by, like, bacteria in these, like, fungal spores, and it causes people to become fevered. That's what they call them. They call them the fevered. And what the fever does, I mean, like, you have your basic symptoms like hard of breath and headaches, dizziness, and then all of a sudden you become fevered and you get stuck in this, like, repetition of doing menial, is that the right word? Menial tasks, where you, like, it's just anything, simple tasks. Like, I could get fevered and I could just get stuck doing the dishes over and over and over and over and over until I die. Like, and there's no cure for it. So that's what happens to, like, all of society. This in just a couple of months. And it was really interesting that it's based in New York, and it was interesting to see how such a huge, bustling city can get just completely wiped out, which I know that's probably the point why she chose New York, just so you can see the complete differences. But it was really good. This one woman, for whatever reason, just doesn't become fevered, ever. She's lucky. She's a survivor. But it flashes back from the epidemic to just before her immigrant parents come to the States, and then back to the epidemic, where she gets saved by this almost cult-like group. And then you're off from there, and it's just constantly going back to her parents coming to the States and their life that they're making for themselves, and then what happens to her and her parents, and etc. It's a really good story. I really enjoyed it. I mean, I really, really liked it. It's a 5-star, even though I really wish there was more to the ending. It's so short, but I feel like Station 11 helped me comprehend what happened to people more than this did. Like, there's some stuff that just is left unsaid and left unaddressed that I really wish there was a sequel. Actually, I have no idea. I haven't even bothered to look up if there's a sequel. I doubt there is, just because why would there be? Why would I be able to get the closure that I want? But it's a good book. It's definitely a cliffhanger. Definitely left wanting to know what happens with people. Certain people in this girl's lives. Her.
You should title this episode "Brooke Needs Closure."
I do need closure. I might. It was really good, though. And I definitely agree with, if you like Station 11, you'll definitely like Severance by Ling Ma. So, yeah, that's that. I finished 2 movies as well, just because I want to talk about it. So, me, my sister, and Austin watched the newest Jordan Peele movie, Nope. And it was very good.
Was it good? Good.
Well, it was good. And I think I'll always enjoy any movie by Jordan Peele, because I like the new way that he's doing horror. I really enjoy it. But this one was listed, I didn't realize it. It's actually listed as a sci-fi. It's not listed as a horror movie.
Okay.
Which is fine. I like sci-fi, whatever, that's fine. But I was going into it anticipating horror. So it's like, oh, okay, I gotta reevaluate. But it was really good. I don't know. I don't think it spoils it, because in the trailers it's pretty obvious. But it ends up being about, like, aliens, quote unquote, is the whole plot. And it's about this family who runs this ranch, but it's a ranch where they train horses to be in, like, movies, TV shows. Like, they're the horse trainers. It is really good. It did have its good creepy moments where I was like, oh yeah, this is a good Jordan Peele horror movie. But then later on, as the plot progresses, you're like, okay, this isn't scary. It's good, but it's not scary, so that's fine. I really enjoyed that. But I realized when I was watching it, I think I'm scared of chimps. And anybody who's listening who has seen the movie will know exactly what I'm talking about. And I didn't realize that I think I'm scared of chimps and, like, monkeys.
Yeah.
Like, I would never in my life want to interact with one. Never. Never a regular monkey or a chimp. Yeah. Especially a chimp.
Because of this movie?
Because of this movie.
I didn't realize how dangerous they were.
They're scary.
And I've never seen this movie, but you know, if something happens and their personality changes,
oh yeah,
they can be really devastating to a person.
Yeah.
And when I went on a mission trip with my dad to Nepal, they were not chimps, they were monkeys. But monkeys can be vicious.
They can.
And if they want your food, you better give it to them, because if you try
They're
to keep it, they will start screaming and all the other monkeys will come to their aid.
Yeah.
It's not something you want.
Nope.
So yeah, they can be very scary.
I don't want to interact with a monkey or a chimp.
I used to think Marcel was so cute on Friends.
Yeah.
But no, I am with you. Monkeys and chimps, scary.
Yeah. And like I knew they could be like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it just never clicked. I don't know. It just didn't click that that's something that I'm sort of frightened of.
Right.
I don't know.
So I'm guessing they're aggressive in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah. But it was a good movie. So then I just watched, literally finished like 15 minutes before you arrived today. I watched the movie I'm Thinking of Ending Things just to see, okay, maybe I'll like it more than the book. Maybe I'll be able to understand the quote unquote plot twist if I watch the movie versus the book.
Right.
Becky. To say I'm disappointed is an understatement. I don't think this movie made any sense if you haven't read the book. Don't watch it without reading the book. It's good up until, like, just like the book, it was good like 3/4 of the way through till you got to the last act, and it was just, what's happening? What's going on? This doesn't make any sense. There's this one point where I don't think this happened in the book, which obviously, you know, they take their own
liberties.
Yeah, they have their own differences and liberties with everything they do. And it was pretty accurate, I think, up until the last part when they're in the high school. There was one part in the movie where, and they talk about musicals. They talk about musical numbers. Mm-hmm. But I don't think this actually happened in the book. They're two lookalikes from Jake, the boyfriend, and I can't think of the girl's name, the girlfriend. Mm-hmm. Where two lookalikes come in, and they just do this completely random choreographed dance to this classical music for like 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Maybe not 10. I might be a bit dramatic. I don't know. But it was a while. and
long.
Don't get me wrong. It was good. It was a good dance. I thought it was like really nicely done. There was like pretend snow falling in the gym of the high school and they're dancing and everything. But I just don't understand what it had to do with the story. Like, if I saw that on a stage somewhere, I'd think, oh, that was really nice. That was great. But in relation to the book and the movie and the story, I don't get it. I don't get it. And maybe I'm just too dumb. I don't know. But whatever. I don't think it went well with the story. I thought it was very pretty to look at. And then the normal characters step back in. Mm-hmm. And I think at that point you were just supposed to know the plot twist, the one I told you last week that we had this whole conversation over with Austin. He was like looking it up for us. And he was like, oh, this is dark. I'm like, yeah, I know. But I don't think it was clear at all in the movie.
That's weird because when we came in, you also had a girl reviewing it.
Yeah.
And she's like, and it's more clear when you watch it again. And you're like, I don't think I want to.
No. I think, knowing what I know about how if you read the certain chapters in the physical book, I think if I did that, maybe I would comprehend it better. But the movie, I just don't think it delivered on that.
She was trying to sell that movie. She sounded like she really enjoyed it.
It was a great quality movie. Like it had really good, I'm not a film person, but it had really good like cinematography. Like it was really good. Mm-hmm. Just the story, I just don't think it registered well together. I don't know.
It didn't translate.
Yeah. I'm disappointed. Just disappointed. It was good up until they got to the high school.
Is that when he has his break?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay. So, what are you currently reading? Just Rose Run.
Yeah.
Run, Rose, Run.
Yeah.
By James Patterson and Dolly Parton.
That's it.
And I'm not reading anything physically because I'm going to try to do audiobooks for a while until I get all this knitting done. We'll see. I probably won't have any of the Christmas presents done. It's fine. I did start another audiobook yesterday, though.
What'd you start?
I started an Audible original. You would think that they're like sponsoring us with how positive I talk about them.
We do talk about them a lot.
I'm reading Space 1969 by Bill Oakley, and it is something. So it's funny. It is a straight up comedy for adults, funny book.
Okay.
The narration's really good. It's a full cast audiobook, so there's a handful of people for all these characters. And basically the premise of the story is if the Kennedy assassination didn't go through the way that it did, and instead of him being killed, he just like lost one of his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
But then he completely decides to focus on the space race. And well, what would have happened? Would we be up in space living now? Which is essentially what's happening in the book. There's like a whole space station up there. They're planning to bring a restaurant up there.
Oh,
It's
wow.
a whole step forward for man. But the premise of the book is like, what if he survived, focused on the space race, but what if he wasn't quite himself? And it's really funny because now he's like going to do these speeches, but all of a sudden he breaks into this whole like, we're going to have a space station or a space kingdom run completely by Americans, and if you want to stand in our way, you're gonna face the wrath of whatever. I mean, he just goes on, like, completely zones out. Like, is somebody controlling him? Like, what's going on?
Right.
But it is really funny. Not for kids.
Heard.
The language is so strong
Is it?
that it's really funny, and it's got really good quality to the audiobook. And I think it's only... Can you tell I like short audiobooks? I'm always like, oh, it's only 4 hours? Wow. This is, I believe it's only like 5.
Okay.
So 5.5. So it's pretty good. That's all I'm currently reading right now.
I did want to talk about, so my niece is a reader.
Oh.
And when my sister and brother-in-law moved into their current, I don't know if home is the right word. It was back in the 80s or 90s, I guess. My brother-in-law's father had a seminary. And so this, where they live, used to be the seminary, the school. And they had this library that was full of books. Of course, most of them would be religious, but they have a lot of old books that are not religious. Mm-hmm. And some of them were ruined, but some of them were savable. And so my niece found this book, and she was talking to me about it, and she read it. It's called Bruce by Albert Payson Terhune. And I actually don't even know how old it is, but it's pretty old. Like,
Can you say the name again?
Albert Payson Terhune.
And the title?
Bruce.
Bruce.
It's about a dog.
Like a name.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's
I couldn't
about a
tell if you
dog.
were saying bruise, like a bruise on your body, or like, yeah, okay. Gotcha.
Bruce.
Gotcha.
And it's about a dog. And he wrote this other book called Wolf.
Oh.
And she was saying how she wanted to read this book, but they didn't have it. But she read Bruce. So I put those on my scribed list.
Okay.
As possibilities for buying. And I don't want to say if I'm going to buy them or not, since I don't know if my sister's listening or not. You know, I don't want my niece to hear anything that may or may not be coming her way. But
don't tell her.
No.
If you're listening.
And the girls have some books that are on my possible list of getting them for Christmas. So I kind of wanted to talk about those too, just for anyone who has children.
Yeah.
And, you know, if they're animal lovers, they might be interested in the books that my niece was talking about. Or my children, they have interesting taste for kids.
Yeah.
So I don't know if anyone might be interested, or if they may already have these books, but Sleeping Beauty, the classic book by Jacob Grimm, Winnie the Pooh by A.A. Milne,
Winnie the Pooh,
In Grandma's Attic by Arleta Richardson, of course Coraline by Neil Gaiman, that's on Ella's list, and then 12 Dancing Princesses, also by Jacob Grimm. The Grimm brothers, or the Brothers Grimm, as they're also known, they have a lot of interesting stories. And I always thought that they were called Grimm stories because they were all grim.
Yeah.
That was actually their name. It's just kind of ironic. But a lot of the stories, they went around and gathered them from people who, because a long time ago, stories were told orally. They weren't written down.
Right.
Pre-books, pre-printing press. And So they went around and listened to a lot of stories, and they wrote them down and put them together for, I guess, for future generations.
Right.
And of course, Disney took them and made them not so grim.
Right.
So if ever you watch like Sleeping Beauty or Cinderella or Snow White, and then you go back and read original tellings of them, they don't have happy endings.
Yeah, normally they're pretty grim.
But if you read about why the stories were told and why they were written, they were like Little Red Riding Hood. They were told to children, which is scary that people used to tell these really grotesque stories to kids.
Yeah.
But they were stories with morals to keep their children safe.
Yeah.
So don't go into the woods by yourself. A wolf could
will
eat you.
Or the wolf will pretend to be your grandmother and eat you.
Right.
Yeah.
So they all had, there were reasons why the stories were told.
Yeah.
And it's funny how they had like scary outcomes with morals to them. And now they've been turned into everyone wants to marry a prince because then all your dreams will come true kind of thing. It's kind of funny. But we were talking about like which stories were French and which were German, which I didn't know some of. I think for some reason I just always assumed they were all German. But I did know that like Beauty and the Beast is French.
Yeah.
But I didn't know Cinderella was French. I probably should have known that based on the cartoon even. At least he did kind of keep it set in a French style, like the chateau and stuff like that. I should have known it was French.
Yeah, you're right.
But it's really interesting, and I think if you don't know the history of the stories, that would be something interesting for you to actually either read the original stories or at least read something that talks about the backgrounds of the stories, because it's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I just wanted to share that.
No, yeah. No, I didn't know for a long time. I mean, just probably like a handful of years ago. Like, I couldn't tell you exactly, but I didn't realize that all of the Disney versions of all of the Grimm stories, like, I didn't realize they were so dark.
Right.
Until just a couple of years ago, I was like, oh, never clicked. But there's actually not a lot of those I've read. Have you read any of them?
I have read some. See, I don't think it's a Grimm version, but we've read Hansel and Gretel.
Okay.
And I think I've read Little Red Riding Hood. I'm trying to remember, a long time ago, they did some versions on screen that were made for like, maybe PBS, but they were made closer to the actual stories rather than the Disney tellings. And they were more closely aligned, but I can't remember if I actually read any of those stories. So if I do get some of the Grimm stories for her, that will be interesting to read for sure. Because I don't think I've read those before, the ones that she has on her list.
Oh, okay. That's exciting.
Yeah.
The dog book, Bruce, and the one Wolf, what age group are those? Were they like children, or like middle grade?
It's probably middle grade.
Okay.
Laura there's some sad stuff apparently.
Yeah.
Why did I bring up Scribe? That's not what I wanted to bring up. I think they're probably middle grade.
Sounds like they might be middle grade.
Laura's a teenager. So, I mean, let's see if it tells it on here. Book overview. It's 204 pages.
It's probably middle grade then. Not that kids can't read 200 pages, but typically they don't make such longer books for kids.
Oh, that's interesting. There's apparently he also wrote some collie books, because this one reviewer said, I really like the collie books written by this author. I'm collecting all of them. The books are written as if the dogs are able to think like people.
So it's like Bruce Cameron books, like A Dog's Purpose, A Dog's Journey,
probably.
but like middle grade version.
Yeah, probably.
That sounds good.
And it doesn't say on here under the description if it's middle grade or not. The publisher is Grosset and Dunlap, if anyone's interested in who published it. Yeah, so, but yeah, my niece loves animals. Goats are her favorite, but
I want goats.
She has goats. I think I talked about this before, but I'm not sure. She shows goats. Like she goes to goat shows.
Wow, say that 5 times.
I know. So they're her babies. She's actually let them sleep in the bed with her before, and my sister will go in there and find them, and she's like, "Get this goat out of your bed."
That's funny. That's funny.
So yeah, but yeah, she really liked that book. So I thought I'd mention
that'd be my problem. I would let baby goats sleep with me probably, and then they would think that they belonged inside. It'd be a whole issue. Something I'm gonna have to work towards in the future.
When my niece was little, they had a goat. They named it Christmas, and I think this is the one. She was orphaned. not orphaned, but daddy goats don't raise the babies.
Mm-hmm.
The mama goat died.
Okay.
And so they had to bottle feed her.
Yeah.
I think it was Christmas that this was. I'm sure if my sister listens, she'll correct me.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong, but it had to sleep in the house with them because they had to feed it every so often.
Right.
So it actually thought it lived in the house.
Yeah.
And I think that's where her love for goats started. It might have been before that, but since the goat was in the house,
Since you bottle fed the baby.
yeah,
Yep.
she's been attached to them ever since.
Yeah.
I mean, she's loved goats her whole life basically. So
If I bottle feed a goat, I'm gonna have to keep it.
anyway,
So yeah, I feel like there's a lot we're gonna look towards updating each other on next week.
I think so. I think so.
So yeah, that's all I have.
That's all I have.
Oh no, that's not all I have.
Oh, we lied.
Ah. There is somebody who is buying a notebook from us.
Woohoo!
But the person buying the notebook, since we don't have like an official place to go online and buy anything yet,
Mm-hmm.
you can buy some of our merch. But you'll probably just have to Cash App us, and we'll have to like divvy it up.
Mm-hmm.
Like the person buying the notebook, she said she'll Cash App me, and then I'll just withdraw the money and give you half.
I'm not worried
Halvesies.
about it.
Yeah. Like there's no official way for us to do that just yet. But you can buy some of our merch. We have the tote bags, which I really like the tote bags.
I do
They're really
too.
good for holding
They're
yarn.
so awesome. They do look like they'd be fabulous for holding
Yeah.
yarn.
Aren't like the one I have over there, it's holding, I keep saying a finished sweater, but it's not actually a finished sweater because it's just the panels. I just need to seam them together. But it's holding yarn. Like they're so good at holding yarn. And then we have the notebooks, which I really like the notebooks, which I started using for my temperature blanket.
Right.
That's what I jotted down all the temperatures and the colors with. We have some stickers, which are really cute. They're just little square stickers of our
they're so
little logo.
cute. Kids love stickers, so if you get them for any children, just know that they like to put them on things they shouldn't.
Like windows.
Yeah,
Like
that's
car
their
windows.
favorite.
Yeah.
I can always tell when someone has a child.
Yeah. Oh goodness. I don't want to say the mouse pads. They were just for us. So if you're really interested in a mouse pad, though, we can order you a mouse pad. But you'll Cash App us, give us cash if you know us personally like that, and we can bring it to you if you know us like that, or we will ship it. This is what my mom's planning on doing right now. You just send us the money, and then we'll ship it to you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the prices on hand to tell you right now, but you can message us, email us.
And also,
Text
you can
us.
If you don't follow us on Facebook, but you're hearing this, we do have a Facebook page.
Yes.
And Brooke's mom posted. I posted some pictures, but then Brooke's mom posted more pictures. So you can look at my pictures or her pictures or both.
Right.
And I think she had more stuff in her pictures.
Oh, and the shirts. The shirts.
Yeah, the shirts are the best.
Oh, goodness.
I like the orange ones better.
I like the orange one a
think.
lot. Yeah.
The feel of the shirt, not necessarily the design. I mean, I like the design on
I
both
think I
of
like
them.
the design on that shirt more than
Better.
the regular one, just because I just like the way it looks on the shirt.
Yeah, it looks really
I
good
like
on
our
the shirt.
design, like on the notebooks and the tote bags. I
Yeah.
think they're cute, but yeah. Anyway.
And I think the design on the gray shirt would look better on the back than the front.
yeah.
But then
Just
she
'cause it's
wouldn't
so
have.
big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then she wouldn't have room to put the follow us on Facebook and all that she has on the back.
Right.
But anyway, they're both really cute. But she posted a lot of stuff on Facebook. I think she posted more than I did. And you could probably contact her through us on our Facebook page and also on Instagram.
Yeah.
Brooke posted pictures on Instagram, and you could message us there as well.
Yeah.
So
We're very friendly. You can
yes,
contact us.
we don't bite, and if we did, we can't do it through
social media.
social
so
media.
You're lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Brooke's mom's the best.
Yep. It's true.
She's not better than my mom per se. I love you, Mom.
There's no mom contest here.
No mom contest.
It's just that I'm lazy and don't want to handle the merch. So
No, you're not lazy. You do
I
a lot.
appreciate that my mom does.
It's probably more like it, and it's not that I'm lazy.
No,
I just
it's
don't.
just a lot.
It is a lot.
It's a lot.
And Brooke's mom loves doing stuff like that, and it kind of works out for us that she likes to do it.
Yeah.
And that she loves Brooke so much that she's going to do it for us.
Yep.
So she's awesome, and we appreciate her.
Yep. So we haven't got a lot of book recommendation requests, which is fine. But I think it would be fun to try to recommend books to people.
Yes.
So if you're hearing this, think of something you want to read and send us an email.
Please.
And that way we can recommend you the book the next episode.
I mean, we're pretty good at recommending books. we've recommended a lot, but
yeah,
we'd
I
like
think
to try
so.
to personalize our
Yes.
recommendations.
Yes.
That would be fun. Like what Anne does, Anne Bogle.
The queen.
Yes, she's the queen. Gosh, she's read so much.
She has.
I think you email her like things that you like and
Things you don't like.
Yeah, and she pays attention to your personality, and maybe I think you tell her a book you've read that you liked or something like that. I haven't listened to her as much as I've listened to some other podcasts, but she is amazing, and I really do like her. And I talk about her a lot for not having listened to as many.
She is really well read. I
she
think she
is.
does. It's a book you like, a book you're currently reading, and a book you didn't like.
I think
something
yeah,
like
I think
that.
it's a
and
book
then she
you like.
takes that
book- yeah.
information live on her podcast.
Yeah.
And
And
tells
that's
you.
the amazing
That's
part
amazing,
to
isn't it?
me
Yeah.
because the fact that you're doing it live, like how many books have you read?
So many.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
And she's a mom.
Yeah.
I mean,
She's a superhero.
bow down to her. But yeah, so if you send us like some of your likes, some of your dislikes, because we wouldn't want to recommend something that you wouldn't want to read.
Yeah.
And then we can try to sort of copy Anne in a way, not copy her because it's her thing and we don't want to take that away from her. But we're
not going to be as good as Anne.
we'll never be as good as Anne.
And I'm not doing it live on the podcast.
But we can't recommend anything to you if we don't know what you like.
Right.
And we don't want to recommend something that you wouldn't like. So we do need to know like your likes and your dislikes so that we can really recommend something that you would be interested in. And I think that would be fun.
I think it'd be fun too.
Brooke
So-
is probably more read than I am at this point.
I doubt it.
At least I'm more modern, newer books. Like the stuff I've read was
Oh, okay.
20
yeah,
years
you're
ago.
still getting into, like, you haven't read Twilight.
Right.
You just read Hunger Games and loved the Hunger Games.
So she has a fresher knowledge of books than I have. So,
yeah.
but it'd still be fun to try to do something like that. So,
I agree.
yeah, please email us or message us.
Because that's something I want to do for sure.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
Brooke always wants to get people into reading. She's awesome like that.
I try. I'm a little shy sometimes.
And if
but I
you're
try.
a non-reader, we don't want to force you to read if you don't want to, because some people don't enjoy it. Some people are dyslexic.
Yeah.
And that's why they don't like to read, because it's really, really hard for them.
Yeah.
And so we understand that. But if you're a non-reader and you think you might actually like to be a reader, then we'd like to try to help you find something you'd be interested in as
I
well.
think that'd be fun too. Like,
Yeah.
send us some movies you like, some shows you like,
Yeah.
stuff like that. We
Yeah.
can try to associate it with
I
that.
think that'd be super fun.
Yeah.
And it'd be cool as we hopefully get bigger if people like message us about their yarn projects.
Oh, yeah, that'd be
That
fun.
would be so cool.
Has anyone used Caron 1 pound? Do you like it? They have like 43 colors that I had to pick from.
That's awesome.
I have so many. I didn't even go through all the names of them, but I'll worry about that in another place and
I've really got stuck on this hobby
time.
website, the Hobby Yarn.
Oh, yeah. HOBBII.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like them a lot, and they have a lot of colors.
They've got a lot. They've got free patterns and stuff too.
Yeah, they're
Mhm.
amazing. So yeah, anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, so please check out the show notes because Brooke does a really good job, and I know it takes a long time. She has to listen while she edits, make notes, and then go back and add it. So, I mean, I know we keep you busy every week talking about all this stuff we talk about. So check out her notes. If for no other reason, then her work is not in vain. Just look at it. Even if you don't want to read anything we talked about, just look at it.
Just glance at the list.
Check them out. And don't forget to check out Sideways Sheriff. He posted something on Facebook not that long ago, or I just saw it on Facebook, where he was talking about Drift Week.
Oh, yeah. How he wishes we got to go on this last Drift Week.
Yes.
Because all of our friends are
And he
posting their
missed-
videos.
He missed it.
Yeah.
So I shared his post on our Facebook page.
Way to support, Becky.
I mean, he's our sponsor, so I got to support him.
Yeah.
And he's a really nice guy.
He's cool.
I think that's probably why Brooke married him. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I suppose.
So check him out, and drifting's kind of cool. If you're ever where there's going to be a drift, you guys should check out some of that stuff because it's pretty fun. It's pretty cool. And I might bring the girls when it's open one day, and maybe we can take a ride.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. Anyway, so check out all that stuff. Look at our merch and see what you like, and shoot us some messages so maybe we can actually get official. It kind of feels official.
It does.
So that's really
We're
exciting.
like
And
unofficially official.
right. All right. So we hope you guys have enjoyed today's show, and we hope that you have a good rest of your week. Thank you as always for listening. Kindred spirits are not so scarce as I used to think. It's splendid to find there are so many of them in the world. Thank you for listening, kindred spirits. And until next week, stay happily booked.